Hi, it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Okay, for today's reaction video, I should say before I start the reaction, we're here at Club 85 in Hitchin in Hertfordshire. So a great live music venue, especially if you're into your rock and your metal. So if you're ever down this way in Hertfordshire in the UK, it's definitely worth checking it out. Now, we're going to be checking out a band called Ankor, which is not like an anchor that goes in the sea. It's Ankor, and the song is Prisoner. I have no idea about this band. I've never checked them out. They just came up on my recommendation list, and well, sometimes my decision to pick a video is pretty much as good as that. It comes up on my recommendation. Haven't heard them, why not check it out? Have you heard of Ankor?
They once came up on my YouTube algorithm because of some other videos that I've watched, so I vaguely know what to expect, unless they've radically changed direction.
And of course, Andy must know them because he's
they're a new band. He must know them.
I think I've heard the name, but I don't know what style they are, what genre. So it'd be interesting to see what comes up.
I don't have a clue what we're going to get
I'm
into.
not going to say anything.
This will be a completely new. Let's go check out Ankor and Prisoner.
There's the Periphery riff.
I thought you said pop band. It's not very poppy.
They seem okay. For now, yeah, this is making my eyes bulge. I'm just making notes during the clean vocal chorus.
I'll just start reading his notes then.
Probably says, sounds like Nevermore in the chorus. Oh, Paramore.
Paramore. It does. It does sound like Paramore.
Will I survive?
And he has written that down. Does he say it sounds like Periphery and Veil of Maya in the heavy parts?
We'll find out soon.
You're the Periphery guy. I've never heard of really popping out with you here.
To be fair, that's one hell of a melody though in the chorus, isn't it? Breakdown coming. Down coming here. I want your analysis on the drums after. Whoa! He actually sped it up, wasn't expecting that. Yeah, it's gone all Slipknot now, isn't it? Love how they did that high register part there.
Okay, so there we go. That is Ankor and Prisoner, Chapter 2, apparently. So we've not seen Chapter 1, so we have no idea what happened in that one. But maybe the videos have a story element that takes you on a journey through the story. I would assume so.
We've got an incentive to watch the next one, haven't we?
Yeah, and the one before to find out what the reasoning was by she's covered in blood and so forth. But let's kick it to Andy first, because you've got a few notes. We've already called out the Paramore bit that you wrote, but go for it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that actually. I was surprised from Kirk's intro. It wasn't a pop version of Periphery, I wouldn't say. I mean, there were.
He was talking out of his backside on that one, I think. Yeah.
I mean, I was counting up the vocalist, her different styles and different approaches to the lyrics. I mean, I think I got 4, to be honest.
Multiple personalities.
It started off musically and vocally like sort of a band who've played here. And sort of Hertfordshire based, Vexed.
Yes.
Sort of comparisons to them.
Great
It
band.
did go into a Paramore chorus, which I wasn't so keen on. And then there was, I can't remember but there's different styles the way she approached it. There was the aggressive vocals. There was not quite so aggressive, and there was almost like the pop vocals. But overall, it was really good song. We talked earlier about videos not having a storyline and not being able to follow what they're trying to portray in the storyline of the video. This one sort of cut backwards and forwards, and I think maybe than having a story, it just had some good visuals. Let's have her in the shower covered in blood. Let's have her sitting on the floor covered in blood. Let's see her lying as if she's fallen from the balcony of her stairwell. That kind of thing. Another sort of comparison I make is as a band that we've also reviewed here, Make Them Suffer from Australia.
Yeah.
Again, vocally and musically, I thought of them. Not a band I'm familiar with, but I really enjoyed the song that we covered here. Yeah, interesting. I might check them out further.
Yeah, I mean, I can pretty much cover the same sort of things as what you said. I think the fact they said Chapter 2, as we were just saying at the end of the video, makes me think that they're obviously taking that on. The visuals in the video were about a follow-on from what happened in the first one. I think it's probably something to do with an abusive relationship in Chapter 1. The second part is either suicide or killing the person, or with the title Prisoner, being a prisoner in the own house, maybe.
Yeah, maybe there's a
And that's
concept there
There's a
in the
concept
song.
of the song.
Yeah.
Maybe the songs on the album were a concept, and the videos were meant to do that part of the journey. So I think that might be part of it, but without seeing Chapter 1, we probably have no concept. And sometimes you do need to take a video in its own right if on a standalone. And as a standalone, it doesn't quite work as a video. It's nice visually, but it doesn't tell the story on a standalone. You need the part 1 to help you out. But I liked the video. I really liked the Paramore part. I'm a Paramore fan, so I really like Paramore. So when that kicked in, I was very happy. She even has a very similar vocals to Paramore style.
And hairstyle.
Yeah. So that did kind of get that similarities going. Very surprised by their real heavy vocals. I could see what you were saying about the periphery elements. For me, the song is a song which it was very eclectic. It didn't quite know what it wanted to be as a song style. It kept switching and changing. But I would sit there and go, I didn't really like it because it did that. I actually liked it in this one because each element works on its own. The only time that I started to feel like the element's not quite working in its favour is that very last section, when it was sort of going and it was draining on a little bit, where she was lying on the floor with the blood, and I was like, okay, you're feeling a little bit generic at this point. But up until then, I was really enjoying the changes, but definitely a band that I will definitely check out more of.
Yeah. So just to clarify, I said to these two, from what I'd heard in the past, it was like a pop version of Periphery, and I was definitely wrong on that one. I mean, how technical is the music? Do you know what I do like about that? It's clear this band could write catchy pop songs if they want, and they're really doing the opposite. They're taking a pop song and thinking, how can we make this as heavy as possible and confusing as possible and second guess you at every moment in the song? And I like that mentality when you're approaching metal. So yeah, Vexed, great comparison, I would say, Andy. Probably a bit busier than Vex. One criticism, they do try to cram as many notes as possible into the songs, Ankor. From what I know, they're a Spanish band with a Brazilian drummer, and she's English, the singer, and I think she came to prominence as a YouTube performer. So that they're very much, I don't know if they even tour this band, if they're a live act. But I had seen some videos 4 years ago. I remember thinking, wow, is this this is Meshuggah creeping into the mainstream. You know, if you've got bands who are clearly influenced by that, I would say the influence is coming from Periphery and Veil of Maya. Really, though, I'll just repeat, love the first 40 seconds of it. That was technical metal, wasn't it? You know, if you like Periphery and Era and bands of that ilk, you're going to love that. The one thing that might put you off, although even Periphery have pop choruses, if that happens in every song where you basically get an unraveling of that technical music and then they just go back to a hook, you're going to expect it in every song, aren't you? And that's my biggest criticism of metalcore. I would call that, yeah, probably it's progressive metalcore, isn't it? It's definitely a prog metal element to it.
My last thing I forgot, which we never actually have said so far on this, is where you mentioned, you go, here it comes, the breakdown. It didn't break down, it broke up, didn't it?
Yeah,
It
so
up in tempo.
well done to the band.
I was like, wow, okay,
Thank
we
you.
were all expecting that slam break.
That's what I mean when I say
to mention that.
When I say second guessing, they're coaxing you into a false sense of security. It's like, okay, here it comes, get ready, and it didn't.
But maybe that's because if the rest of the tempo has been kind of mid-tempo all the way through.
Yeah.
So that's the bit where the slam hit and goes absolutely shit ass crazy in front of the stage. Whereas normally the songs do shit ass crazy and then they slam hit to give everyone a breather. So they kind of reverse it, which I thought was very clever.
Yeah,
I liked that.
I agree about the vocals as well. Yeah, multiple personalities. I can't remember her name. I'm gonna check her out on YouTube because she's done a lot of covers. I think that's which came to prominence. If you like these, you'll like the band Red Handed Denial with that YouTube star Lauren Babick. They're very much like Periphery, but have a real good pop edge to them as well. So yeah, Ankor. We're going to need to review this album, aren't we? I would say.
I think so. Okay, so that was Ankor and Prisoner. Now, if you like this video, please do like, share, subscribe, click the bell icon, and we'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.